Senator John Cornyn and the Senate Republicans. They sent out this mailer, this survey. Oh, these surveys kill me. Since I'm a former Republican, I get them every once in a while, and they're all push polling. They're hilarious. And they say, you know, are you afraid of what's going to happen? Is it time to panic? Send us money, right? So let me give you a sense of the questions that they asked us in this U.S. Senate Healthcare Task Force, as they called it, and in this survey. All right. Question number 23, and these are you concerned that healthcare rationing could lead to, 23, denial of treatment in case where the patient's prospects are deemed not good? Now, we're not saying that they're going to deny you treatment if they think you're really sick. We're just asking if you would be concerned if that were to be the case. Number 24, are you concerned that healthcare rationing could lead to a lottery system of determining who will get priority treatment? We're not saying they're going to do a lottery system and play dice with your health, but we're saying, would you be concerned if they did? See, none of this is in the bill, right? But if you think all of that is bad, well, wait till you wait for number 25. Are you concerned that healthcare rationing could lead to a quota system which would determine who would get treatment on the basis of race or age? So now that's bad enough when you scare the living crap out of senior citizens and you say, are you concerned that they might discriminate on you based on age? But race? I mean, at least I was used to the age nonsense. What does race have to do with this? And the use of the word quota, and they put it in quotes. Would you be concerned if they did quota on healthcare based on race? No, that's not at all racial. No. They're not stoking any fires there. Like what? Who said race? What do you mean? I mean, we've heard this quota language, of course, about affirmative action forever. And they say race in the question. Of course it's about race. And of course that's appealing to people saying, hey, you know what? They're not going to treat white people anymore. You think that the Republican surveys about, are you concerned that they're not going to treat black people anymore? I don't think that's the direction they're going. Okay. No, look, this question number 25, you can say anything you want about all sorts of other things. This question number 25 is absolutely, positively meant to appeal to white racists and scare them, because they're already scaredy cats. They're scared of everything, right? They're panicked. Like, oh my God, there's going to be a lottery system. Oh no, they're going to give the health care to black people. Oh no, I want my health care. I don't want to go get a quota to black people. And you know, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and she was asking, like, what is it? Do you think that this whole thing, was Jimmy Carter right? Was this whole thing about race? I said, no, I don't think it's about race. You know, the Republican Party has gotten crazier and crazier, and they attacked Bill Clinton for his cat, for his White House Christmas list. I'm being literal. They said he killed his friend Vince Foster. Okay, and the guys who said this are people like Roger Ailes, who now run Fox News, and they've only gotten crazier. So if it was Hillary Clinton, you think they'd have eased up on her? Hell no. You think it was John Edwards that had eased up on him? Hell no. They were going to bring down a rain of fire any way you slice it. But when they say things like, hey, you know, they're going to apportion health care based on quotas and based on your race, when they put up signs saying he's from Kenya, but most importantly, when they yell out, I want my country back, they are alluding to something, and that is their feeling of loss of power, loss of place in the world. They feel like, we used to run this place. What happened? And it's very subtle, and I don't think they even consciously think that. And you know, it's weird, but I don't even want to. It's not like I'm not saying that to blame them, and it's in some ways, I feel bad for them, because they think, as any parent does. For example, my dad got me this job, and I wanted to pass that job on to my son, but now I can't, right? And that really throws them for a loop. Now, they don't think, well, my dad gave me this job because they wouldn't let black people apply. You know what I'm saying? Or Hispanics or women or whatever it is. And, of course, they're not going to think that, right? And they don't think, hey, other people did not have the power that we had, did not have the position and the privilege that we had, and that wasn't right. Of course they don't think that. They think, I'm losing it. And it's really ironic, because what they're losing is a sense of entitlement. And it's ironic because that's what they charge liberals with all the time, saying, oh, they have a sense of entitlement. But the reality is when they shout out, I want my country back, what they're really saying is, I hate that I've lost that entitlement that I used to have. And now, with Obama being elected president, no, black people and minorities are not going to get better health care than white people. They're not going to get the jobs more than white people. They're not going to have all of a sudden there's a massive advantage. Is society eventually going, with or without Obama, towards a situation where everybody's treated a little bit more equally? Yes, and that's a good thing. But it doesn't sit well with people who are not treated equally, who used to be treated a little better than the others. And now that they're in that same boat, they don't like that boat. And there, I stop feeling sorry for them a little bit and say, sad day for you. Now, can you empathize with everyone who's been in that boat all along? Now, we're going to have to ask them that and begin that conversation a little later, right? But so far, they certainly don't get that. Instead, what they have is the anger, the burning anger.